Hi, my name is Garvey Sheth, and this is my multimedia piece, Be a Man, My Son. The title is taken from In Our Time, one of Ernest Hemingway's first books. The line is from an inset between two stories, a vignette about a man's last night before his execution. They have to force him to walk toward the gallows. He is trembling. One priest tells him, "Be a man, my son." As you can see, this piece is mixed media as well as multimedia. I first painted the canvas in acrylics and Sharpie markers. Then I added aluminum chains, twist ties, safety pins, and an Allen wrench. On the back is the only touch of color and light, the only bit of warmth and sparkle. This is an anklet, a payo. It's an Indian piece of jewelry that is meant to suggest beauty as a woman walks by with this tinkling on her ankle, simulating the sounds of giggling, flirtation, innocence, music. But it's on the very back. You wouldn't see it. The lovely sounds would be muffled. There are only these chains and the grating sounds they would make. The assignment was to non-digitally combine image, text, and audio. Of course, I want people to interact with my art and bring their own stories into their interpretations. So, if you want to form your own interpretation of this before hearing mine, now is the time to pause the video. Okay, here's mine. I've been thinking a great deal about how socially imposed gender roles and constructs hurt men as well as women. I hear stories from my male friends who are my age, as well as my 18-year-old cousin. It's truly baffling how limiting, and essential the idea of masculinity is in a boy's mind growing up in America. So many hobbies, behaviors, personal relationships, and even thoughts are considered unacceptable. The definition is becoming narrower and narrower. The number of thou shalt nots is staggering. Dozens of websites are devoted to finding more and more behaviors that should be stunted and ridiculed in boys who want to become men. High school is no picnic for girls either, and it wasn't for me. But as I look back at my senior year yearbook, I realize how supportive adolescent girls are of each other's differences as compared to boys of the same age. None of these messages would ever appear in a boy's yearbook. And they were all in mine, even from girls who didn't like me very much. A boy's best friend would not write, "I love you, I'll miss you," would not draw hearts, unless it was accompanied by bro and or no homo. These are all messages from my yearbook that if I were a boy, I wouldn't have gotten. They're so affirming. Hey, gorgeous, be the girl you want to be. And this is what boys are taught to want to be. If it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle. These fragile constructs that they make for themselves to stay on the straight and narrow, to never deviate from what is considered acceptable and masculine. Things have changed in the 6 years since I've been in high school. As the definition of acceptable womanhood has widened, that of acceptable manhood has narrowed. and it's up to our generation to reverse this trend. Thank you.